You skip work. You text your friend, "Sorry, can't make it," feeling a bit under the weather. Nobody blinks. It's one of the most common excuses in the English language, but nobody's actually complaining about rain. So where did this phrase actually come from? The most popular answer is also, maybe, the wrong one. Let's start there anyway. The most repeated answer points straight out to sea. In the age of sail, a ship's most brutal punishment wasn't a storm. It was the deck during one. Crew members who got seasick or genuinely ill were sent below, away from the spray and the pitch of the open deck to the calmer, stiller air below decks. That spot up top had a name. The weather side of a ship faced the wind and took the worst of any storm. Getting a sick sailor off that side and below the exposed weather deck meant putting them, quite literally, under the weather. Here's the twist. The earliest printed use of the phrase isn't about seasickness at all. Language researchers have traced it back to a Philadelphia newspaper from 1803, where it described someone in trouble, possibly even in jail. By 1810, dictionaries were listing it more broadly as indisposed or in difficulty of any kind. For most of the 1800s, being under the weather wasn't reserved for the flu. Newspapers used it to describe struggling businesses, weakened political parties, even entire cities going through hard times. That's led some historians to doubt the sick sailor story specifically. Not the nautical roots, but the tidy image of hauling a queasy crewman below deck. That detail may be a good story invented after the fact, layered onto a phrase whose real original meaning was simply in trouble, ship or no ship. Only gradually did English speakers narrow the phrase down to what we mean today, not feeling well. By the mid-1800s, it had spread from sailors' slang to everyday conversation on both sides of the Atlantic, and it's been calling in sick for us ever since. So the next time the flu keeps you home, you're using a phrase that's been sick, broke, jailed, and shipwrecked long before it ever caught a cold. If that kind of thing hooks you, there's more buried in everyday words than you'd think. Stick around.